Good morning and welcome to the 8:15 Daily Operations Weather Brief. Today we've got a quite nice and mild day in store with our temperatures coming in well below our seasonal averages and lowered humidity values, as well as some very low end chances of precipitation, and all of that it will be in conjunction with what should be mostly clear skies and maybe some scattered clouds mixed in the mid-levels appearing from time to time. Currently, we do have some morning cloud coverage out the window here at about 10,000 feet, and that's resulting from an upper level disturbance moving through. However, that layer should begin to thin out as we progress through our morning, and that should usher in those pleasant conditions, of which will be more so fall-like as we move through the day. Now, taking a look at our most recent surface analysis chart here, we can see that we have that cold front off to our southeast that had passed through yesterday morning and has since moved well offshore, and that is allowing high pressure to build eastward through the Ohio Valley, and that is going to control our region's weather as cooler, drier air moves eastward on some northerly winds and creates what will become a mild late August afternoon with pleasant humidity, high temperatures being a good 7 degrees or so below normal, and mainly sunny conditions, especially after that morning cloud cover lifts, as mentioned a moment ago. Now, as for tonight, surface high pressure will move overhead, and it will induce some conditions that are going to be quite favorable for good radiational cooling, and that should help our temperatures bottom out in the low 60s tonight, even despite some of that scattered mid-level cloud cover. Taking a look at this morning's current weather conditions, we do have that scattered layer at 10,000 feet. We have good visibility with 7 statute miles. Our winds are out of the northwest, northwest, and at 6 knots with a temperature of 64 degrees and a relative humidity of 64%. Moving on, we'll take a look at our satellite imagery from this morning just a few moments ago, and we can see that light cloud cover at 10,000 feet, and it is slowly beginning to dissipate with a little bit of cumulus developing over the bay, but generally, especially compared to previous days, a much more clear sky and clear picture being painted for us today. Moving on to our models here, this is the a high resolution model on a 24-hour loop, and we can see that we remain largely dry with much of the eastern seaboard here, at least the portion pictured, remaining mostly dry with maybe scattered showers in some locations a bit further north and down in the coastal Carolina region. But for us, remaining dry today. And that brings us to our 24-hour forecast here, in which we can anticipate mostly clear skies with a couple clouds mixed in throughout basically the whole forecast period through the overnight hours. A little more clouds building in those overnight hours, but those should be in the form of upper-level cloud cover as well. And for our temperatures today, remaining much cooler than previous days, getting up into the mid to upper 70s, and our lows going down to the lower 60s tonight. Our winds today should remain rather light and turning variable in those overnight hours before shifting to come out of the southwest in the early morning of tomorrow. We have greens across the board for precip, winds, and ceiling, so a nice day ahead. And taking a look at our short-term risk chart here, on Thursday we can anticipate partly to mostly cloudy conditions and a high of 77 with greens across the board. No real concerns there. Thursday night, partly to mostly cloudy and a low of 63. Again, greens across the board. And Friday, partly cloudy, a little bit breezy, just on the elevated side of things, but still looking to remain below wind advisory criteria, and that will be with a very low end chance of a shower moving through in the morning, and once we get through into the afternoon, a high of 80. Now that is going to conclude the daily weather operations brief. Hope everyone has a great day, and I'll be back at 10 o'clock with the 7-day outlook.